Okay, let's just go over our basic strokes, warm up our hand, use any writing utensil of your choice and any blank sheet of paper or guidelines that you may have with you. And let's start off with our upstroke. And of course I'm doing it large because I do have a large brush pen. Let's do overturn. We have a compound curve. Let's do a reverse compound curve. Oval. Reverse oval. A ascending loop. Descending loop. And of course we're just going to start off with our worksheet. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and use a small brush pen for this one. Let's start off with the downstroke, the main stem. Loop it through like a letter J, of course. And then the added loop on the top, down like a large C and back up with an exit stroke. So of course the letter J, 2 strokes. One more time. Moving on to the lowercase j, entrance stroke, descending loop with a exit stroke. A bounce letter J, so then I'm gonna move on to the flourishes. For that one, I'm gonna just grab the other end of my Tombow pen, the monoline side, non-flexible side. So with the letter J, I'm gonna create the first half and stop at the main line. So loop it on top, straight down as if I'm just drawing a regular letter J and not crossing over at all. Add my second line and then add my loop to the top and bottom. Lowercase letter J, entrance stroke, main line, no crossover, second line, exit stroke. Back to the purple, we're going to do Happy New Year. And then we're going to go through all the strokes that create our word January in a standard form, standard writing. We have our entrance stroke, descending loop, oval, reverse compound curve, regular compound curve, underhand turn, 2 underhand turns, oval. Let's see, underhand turn goes right into the letter R, compound curve, and a descending loop. Put them all together, slightly overlapping each stroke, leaving enough room to show the thick and thin. We have our January written in bounce lettering. January in flourishes form. January written in expanded form. And then we have January flourished. So if you want to just grab a piece of paper, we're going to go over a couple of drills that I'll show you some examples of drills we can do to keep our block lettering as straight as possible. Not a specific name for them, but it's more of the direction that these strokes go. So first we want to start with an upstroke. Let me do 3 lines up. So straight up. When it comes to these block letterings, you probably would want to use something, maybe a dot grid, something that maybe has lines to teach you how to stay in a straight line. So this, we're going to go up on the first stroke in an upwards direction. Okay, so I'll stop there just to save some time, but feel free to fill up rows and rows of these strokes I'm about to show you. Next we have, of course, downstroke. Next stroke I would want you to practice is diagonal from the bottom up. Next one will be from the top to bottom. Then we're going to go in the opposite direction from the bottom. Oh, well, actually, yeah, we'll do the bottom up. From the top down. Straight across. And then straight across but backwards. have a half circle. Another half circle on the other side. And then a full circle. And then a reverse full circle. Practicing basic block lettering, tracing over them, getting some tracing paper. So what I'm going to do with this is get the ruler right on the very top and draw a line straight across. Do straight across, right in the middle. I'm going to use the E and the F for reference. And right at the bottom. And just tracing right over each letter, but just trying to stay as straight as possible. What I want to do on this one is actually get a I'll go ahead and grab a Crayola, and I want to turn these letters into block, but also I want to write it with the thick and thin. So for example, we can just go, let's see. So right here, right below row, I'm going to grab the Crayola and just add our thick downstroke. Every time it goes down, full pressure. Every time it goes up, light pressure. Every crossover will be thin. Okay. Then I'm gonna mix my quote with calligraphy, and I'm gonna make the spacing smaller on this one. I'm just gonna do half an inch all the way down. Or actually, I'm gonna mark it every half inch, and then I'm gonna show you how I would create my guidelines. And then we're gonna jump into our second quote, which is just a fun calligraphy quote. So a pattern of half inch for the snowflake quote. Put that there. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. And I'm actually gonna just sketch half an inch all the way down and then figure out what lines I'm gonna place my quote after. So this one is a lot harder to see the border. So I guess I'm just gonna go off the very top and edge my ruler to the very edge, just to make it easier to see. I'm going to give you all the link to this eraser set that I got off Amazon. I highly recommend it. I don't know if y'all got my tip on pencils, but I was using, a regular number 2 pencil because of the eraser here on the end. And when I realized I had already had this pencil from another calligraphy set I got, basically, after sketching my whole quote and going back to erase it, it looked as if I never even touched my paper with pencil. So again, appreciating the guidelines and finding the right pencil and eraser is definitely key to getting these quotes pretty straight and spaced out. So I'm going to end up with 6 lines. I want my quote to start somewhere right here. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too low. I'm gonna go higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here, and then let's just sketch out our quote. It says winter sunlight. Is a warm code, so comma, spreading love. In the bitter code. Okay. And then go over with the eraser. And eventually you can just freehand all of this. I'm pretty sure I could freehand these quotes pretty well just with very minimal guidelines, but I want to show you the longest way possible to help you out when you're beginning. Okay, that's it for this quote.